Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unboxing Women, where we explore the gender gap in the music and entertainment industry. If you're active in the music business, an independent artist, a musician, or are just curious about how it all works, then this pod is for you. My name is Dana Rex, and with me is my friend Micah Rose. We are both independent recording artists based in Europe, and we are here to reveal what really goes on behind the scenes. You can listen to us on our YouTube channel and on your favorite podcast platform. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We are here for a little bit of mansplaining.
Yes. Oh my God, our favorite topic ever.
Yes, especially, yeah. No, I totally hate it when they do that.
Yeah, I mean, who loves mansplaining? I'd like to see a woman who steps up to me and says, "Oh yes, I love it when people mansplain stuff to me. It just, it really gets me."
Exactly.
I wouldn't have understood it otherwise. It's just.
So, what is mansplaining? Let me mansplain that to you for a second. So,
let's mansplain it.
Mansplaining is when a man assumes that you don't know what he's talking about or what he's joking about or whatever technical thing that he just said, and then starts explaining it to you without asking if you know. And obviously you know. So he's just explaining like a general thing to you that you already know. And most of the time that you started the conversation about yourself, which I find so annoying.
It's so strange though, isn't it? It's like, dude, what did I just say? It's also like, it's not just they assume you don't know something. Sometimes it's like you're saying something to them and then they explain it back to you, exactly what you just said. And you're like, did you not get what I just said? Like, are you that daft?
Yeah. And then you're like,
God.
Exactly. Because like, that's what I just said. So they kind of they kind of take your, they become the star of your conversation. I don't know how that becomes.
Oh no, they just don't have anything new to say.
And they act as if they came up with it. Yeah. I got mansplained too.
We love it.
In the train. Yeah. So I'm not sure this happens everywhere, but in Belgium it does. So at certain stops, they will say, you can't get off in the last two from the last two wagons in this stop. And obviously, let me mansplain it to you before I start the joke. So obviously, it is because there's no platform. So the platform is too short, the train is too long, you can't get off. So I'm just laughing about this because they say this on a train. I'm on a train. There's two very young guys. I must say they were like 16, 17. They're sitting across from me and I just laugh because, I find it so funny, you can't get off in the last two from the last two wagons. Like, and I just say out loud to myself, oh, why? Because then you step into another dimension, So I'm just making a joke of it. And I look at them and I just laugh because, I'm being daft. And then that one guy looks at me and he's like, well, it's because, and so he wants to start explaining this as if I wouldn't fucking know. And I just cut him off and I said, dude, you think I don't know why you can't get off the last two wagons? It was my joke.
Yeah.
And because I said, stop mansplaining it to me, because I actually said that, they were like, oh, how dare she say that to us?
Oh my God. I'm so offended right now.
Yes, they were so offended. You were offending me first, you motherfucker. What the hell?
Yeah.
You young dude of 16. How are you going to explain to me what happens when you get off in the last two wagons? How?
Right? Because it's like, oh no, we can't possibly know because we've never encountered this before in our lives. It's like sometimes the trains split as well. So you'd be like, the last three wagons go to the airport and the front three wagons don't. And it's like, you read, you understand, you don't need somebody else telling you.
And you know what?
Unless you're a tourist.
If you fuck up, then you'll see.
Exactly. You'll know that you went wrong.
God. Exactly. No, I mean, that was just, yeah.
Gold, pure gold. Yeah, I love
Well,
that you told them that they were mansplaining as well. 'Cause,
yes,
like,
I
in such
did.
situations, it's really hard to kind of actually notice while you're in the situation, I feel, or like have the moxie to say it.
I realized it because I was actually, because it's more and more now, and with TikTok and everything, and I had seen a lot
Yeah,
of videos, and I just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. I'm like, dude, you don't need to mansplain it to me. And
yeah,
like I said, he was really, really offended, and I was like, because then you like get this little, not, I don't want to say scare, but inside as a woman, you go like, was that impolite? Should I have
yeah.
not
Oh my
said that?
god.
Ooh,
Is it
but
like,
then I
oh,
thought,
was he just
fuck
being
this shit.
nice?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he like really thought I didn't know, but then it's like,
But that's the
but
problem. How can he
why? That's
think
the
that I don't
problem.
know?
Yeah, exactly. How can you assume that somebody, especially like they were, you said like 16ish, and I mean, you're obviously older.
I'm obviously not 16.
Yes, you're obviously not 16. Like you could pass as like late 20s, but
Thank you.
it's yeah, but it's you're welcome. But it's just so insane to me that you look at somebody and you're like, I'm going to assume that this person doesn't know shit.
Yeah,
Like
I'm going to assume
things
that they're idiots.
I know as a 16-year-old, they don't know.
That's what I find offensive, because they're
Yeah.
basically in their mind, they're like, oh, this person is a bit dim. Let me explain it to them. That's
Yeah, the nicest way of putting mansplaining is that the people who mansplain stuff to you just recently learned about this thing that they're mansplaining to you. So they're like a little child being like, oh, I just learned about it. Let me share it with you because nobody must know this because I just learned about it.
I find it funny that you say that, because that is exactly what happens with my boyfriend's son, who is 12 and who constantly mansplains. And then I just say, dude, you're mansplaining again. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, yeah, but you keep doing it. You keep doing it. I'm like trying to raise you well to not do it, and you keep doing it. So it's some kind of innate.
Yeah, it might be
urge.
that. I mean, I remember, oh my God, that just reminds me of a guy I know from school who, I think it was when I came back from uni. So like 3 years out of school, he was still studying because in Germany you study a little bit longer, and then UK you have to kind of really rush through your studies. And we were talking about something, and he just said, oh my God, guys, because we were in a group, right? He was like, oh my God, guys, did you know that the oceans are full of plastic? And he went on and he was like, yeah, because like I just saw a documentary about it, and it's like insane. Like there's plastic everywhere. And I just looked at him and I literally told him, I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Because I was like, did you not know about that? And he was like, no, God, no, we never we went to a school where we learnt about it. Like, we learnt about it before school and like outside of school. But how is it that somebody didn't come into contact with this until he was well into his studies?
I mean, about that, I think just even without somebody telling you, you know this.
Yeah.
With all the plastic that we have, and
watch
even
news.
Yes, if you watch news or like some kind of documentaries, you can see like all the plastic, where the kids go through in India, for example, and like the recycling of computers in like on one big pile in China and stuff like that. I mean, you gotta know, even if nobody like specifically told you. How can you not know?
It's just another one of those instances where you can see that he just learnt about it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he assumed that nobody knew. And I think
actually, he was the only one.
No, exactly. I think it's the height of hubris. You have to be a little bit like, oh my God, I'm so good, I'm so fabulous, I'm so fantastic, to assume that somebody else doesn't know what you know, unless you're a child. I think as a child, everything is kind of like new and exciting, and you kind of want to share it with the world because you're like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit, you can have a little bit of a different standard for kids, but it's in an adult person, you can be like, oh my God, did you know I just found out about this? And it's like really interesting to me. Did you know about this? And then when the person says, oh yeah, actually I did know about this, you can be like, okay, let's have a discussion about it. But
Yeah.
don't be like, oh my God, did you know this and this and this and this? And oh my God, it's so like, I just found out about that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like, so they just found out about it, and they want to tell you, but yeah, most of the times they like come back at you with something that you just said. So I think that's really weird. Like, oh, and I don't know, you're talking about a subject, and then they're like, oh yes, because I mean, let's just say we're talking about solar panels. I don't know. So, oh yeah, I'm going to get solar panels. And then like turn around and explain to you what solar panels do. But
nice.
I know what they do because I want them.
Yeah.
It's just so weird to me that they don't realize what they're doing and why. How do you have the audacity to clearly think you're smarter than everybody else there? Because explaining it like that, it's.
You know what it actually kind of links to? I watch a YouTuber. His name's Noah, and he's transgender. And he made a video at some point. So he's female to male, and he made a video at some point where he was like, oh yeah, like one thing I've really noticed is that people listen to me now. Like when I don't know shit about a subject, people listen to me now. Like when he used to be a woman, apparently like anything he would say about a subject would be questioned by men. So like they would be like, oh yeah, but do you know about, when you talk about like, oh, I like football, and then they're like, what's your favorite team? And oh my God, name like 10 players and blah,
what
blah,
is
blah,
offside
and stuff like that. Exactly. Like
we know what offside is.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, for
but
all
also
the men.
like not even all men that like football know 10 players from the 10 favorite players. Like
who cares?
It's just like you can have a favorite team without that. And
also it's not like important though, it's not important.
It's not. No.
If you like football, you like football. If you just said that,
exactly.
They don't need to like grill you about it.
Yeah, precisely. And then like so when he transitioned and was read more as male by people, he would just say random shit about any topic, and people would actually listen to him and think that he knew what the fuck he was talking about.
That's so annoying. I'm so annoyed.
Yes,
Why? Why? So I need to grow a beard or whatever and not have boobs for people to think I know what I'm talking about?
So. I just think it's a really cool kind of mirror to see what's actually happening. It's kind of like when we had oh God,
Kate, and when she was talking about Mr. Blue, I still want to have a female to male transgender person on the show. It would be so interesting because they have all these insights about what changes when you actually go from woman to man, or the other way, from man to woman, and they all have a lot to say about it, right? Because it's only when they do it that they kind of realize this actually changes.
Actually, Noah sings, so I can try and contact him.
Yes! Oh, that would be great. Let's do that. All right, next up, anyway, Noah.
Next up, yeah. Anyway, so basically, what I was going to say, related to music, right? So we've got mansplaining, we've got like stuff that's happened to us, and I remember when I was in Cardiff and I was in a band, we were a big-ass band. We had brass players. We had a brass section. So we were loud, and we were on a teeny tiny stage in I think it was the Yard in Cardiff, and it's like it's a big pub. We were 3 singers, and the problem is that we couldn't hear each other. We couldn't hear ourselves. We couldn't hear each other. I could kind of hear the other two a little bit. I couldn't hear myself at all.
That's the problem.
And Yeah, I talked to the sound engineer. I was like, look, I can't hear myself. So either we have to move the monitor or turn us up or turn the band down. And he was like, oh, no, you're like on full, like you just sing too quietly. And
I like the way you do the accent.
I'm pretty sure he didn't talk like that, but in my memory, he talked like that. Because it was a fucking stupid thing to say. I have never in my entire life been told that I sing too quietly. I have a fucking loud voice, right? I learned to sing operatically. I can sing loud if I want to.
Yeah.
Right?
But even so, that's not the point, right? It's his job that he wasn't doing.
Even if I were to be singing really quietly, because, I don't know, it fits the song, or that's just my style of voice, or whatever, I don't give a fuck. It's not my job to be getting my voice across.
Yeah, it's his.
It's your job. You're the sound engineer. You should be doing this.
Exactly.
You can't be telling the artists, like, oh, you just sing too quietly, you're the issue, because that's your job.
Basically, he would be like, okay, so the brass section has to take it down a notch in volume, okay, guys? And then, oh, you have to sing louder. And then, please don't drum so loud. That's not the way that shit works. It's your job to make everybody the same level.
Like, I can understand it was, like, really complicated because it was a tiny stage and we were loud. Like, we had drums, we had brass. So, yes, it wasn't the easiest. Yeah, it wasn't the easiest kind of setup. And there were probably things that were limited. But then don't book a big band, I guess.
If you're not able to do it,
deal with it.
Or have them bring their own sound engineer then if you can't handle it.
Because it's like, oh my God, dude, no.
That's your job.
You're trying to mansplain to me how I'm supposed to sing, right? That's what he was doing. It's like degrading in one sense as well, because it's like you're telling an artist how they're supposed to do their art, which
you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. And then also, while you're not doing your job properly.
Yeah, because as if you're like, oh, this is the first time we're doing this. No, you've had like rehearsals with this band for ages and ages and ages. You've been, fine tuning things. Things are the way the band wants it to sound. Then, the sound engineer should be able to get that done, and not just say, you need to do it differently.
You need to sing louder. Yeah, it's just...
It's a frustration. So,
it's really annoying.
About mansplaining, I had... this is probably in this same category. So, a while ago, I posted something on my TikTok about International Women's Day and why it's important for us to have an International Women's Day. And then, obviously, I got so many hate comments from men on TikTok. Yes, about this. And one said, oh, she has blue hair, of course. As if I'm somehow dumber when I color my hair.
Or more feminist?
I don't know. So I'm not sure, what that means. I'm pretty sure what that means. It's yes, I am. Because I have blue hair, I'm dumb, basically. So, and then a woman came to my rescue kind of and said, so what? What do you mean? And he didn't mansplain, sadly, but of course we all know what it means. So yes, if you have makeup on or have colored hair or your nails are done, then you're dumber than if you would not have all those things and say something on TikTok. Basically, that's what it all comes down to.
Also, I mean, men mansplain stuff to us every time they say, "Oh, you would look nicer without makeup."
And then you say, I'm tired. Oh, you look tired. Oh, fuck you. I don't have any makeup on. We should mansplain to them. Like, that's where the makeup comes in, you see? For you to not tell me I look tired. But then you tell me that I need to wear less makeup. So, choose. Which one is it? And then let me wait for a fuck to give, of what your opinion is of whatever I'm doing.
I don't think it's coming, so you can,
I don't think
move
so
on. Or sit there for all eternity waiting for our blessing. That would be a worthy kind of recompense. But actually, to the coloured hair thing, I saw a response to that on, I think it was TikTok as well. The comment was, bright colours in nature are used to repel people or other animals as much as it is used to attract mates. So if you don't like it, then it's working.
Also, exactly. Oh, I like that one actually.
Right? Like, if you don't like it, it's working as intended. So please fuck off.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but also, why did my video go to all these guys who clearly were not like happy with it? It's because
they interacted with it.
They interact with it, but they interact with so they are specifically looking for things to be negative about. And when you look at their profiles, they have 0 videos. They're like a bunch of people, but they have like made 0 videos. So they're really just on TikTok to come and watch and comment and be dicks, really. Because otherwise, how would it, if you're not interested in feminism, then, and you hate it and you dislike it and you make bad comments, why do I come on your feed then? Why does #feminism come on your feed? It's because you do like it and you want to,
well, I mean,
stick a fork into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you want to egg us on and you want to make us uncomfortable. You want to make us annoyed and you want to be, this is my opinion. That's basically.
It's really interesting. Also, that you still get so many comments because of your hair, which I think is absolutely crazy. But then again, I live in my bubble. You live in yours. We live in a similar-ish bubble. But there's this, what's it called? Stereotype that people with coloured hair are, punk or anti the normal. So,
which I am. I'm not punk per se, but I am anti. No. Let's normal. Not be normal because that's so fucking boring.
But it's like they equate it with something negative when actually there's also anti the normal who are like far right people and they're fucking shit.
Exactly.
But there's anti the normal people who just like, either they just like coloured hair, in which case they're just anti the normal because they like coloured hair, and people still see it as something weird, which I don't understand because it's so beautiful. Like, why would you see something as weird?
It's like people with tattoos get the same thing, like, you're fully tattooed. Well, now it's a bit more accepted, but like 10 years ago, it was still like, oh my God, full of tattoos. Yeah. And certainly for women who have like sleeves and stuff, you're like, oh my God, she's so extreme. Well, for now, for boys, it's like, okay, they're fully tattooed. It's fine. Nobody cares anymore.
It's coming in fashion for girls as well. Like it's getting more accepted, at least in my generation. The thing is, like, I talk to my parents about this a lot because I do actually intend on getting a load of tattoos. Ooh. And I have told them this on the phone, and after that, there was like silence.
Of course there was.
Dead silence. So I mean I know that they don't like it. They accept it in people other than me.
Yes, of course. You're their daughter. They made you. They're like, no, you gotta stay perfect.
Yeah, exactly. No, but like, it's just, I know I'm going to get a load of tattoos. I might not get a sleeve or something, but I have a friend who's a tattoo artist and she has a full sleeve. And yeah, it's so cool. Like, it's not just because it's cool though. It's like, I find that
I think it's beautiful.
Like tattoos are, you express yourself through art on your body. And I think your body is like the ultimate canvas, and you keep stories of your life. You can look at that tattoo and remember when you had it done and why you had it done. And you can be like, that was me 5 years ago. that was what my mind space was at. And I don't think I'm ever going to look at that and be like, oh my God, I hate this. Because it's just me then. How can I hate me 5 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would be so mean.
No, it's true. It's true. You know, I have tattoos, and obviously every one of them has a meaning to me. So.
Yeah. And then there's people who look at you and be like, you know, that's going to look shit when you're older.
Well, that's not true. And you know what?
It's not true, no.
You know what? That's fine, because I will be on the beach with all the other 80-year-olds who are also full of tattoos. Because they're all from my generation.
Yeah.
So we all have shit tattoos that are saggy. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Why do you care
also,
so much? That's it. You know, why do they care so much to, one, mansplain us everything? Why do you care so much? And then, oh yeah, but your tattoo is gonna look shit. Well, yeah, that's gonna be my problem.
Yeah, like you're ever gonna see me again. Like that's mostly from random strangers as well.
Yeah.
Like you're never gonna see me again. You're not gonna see what I look like when I'm 80 and it's saggy and it's like wrinkly and shit.
Exactly.
You're not gonna see it. So why are you complaining?
Yeah. Like, why are you telling me how I should feel about my tattoos? That's basically the thing, right?
And honestly, like grandchildren, if I ever have any, you know, who knows, they're going to look at that and be like, oh my God, my grandmother's like the coolest person ever.
She's got tattoos everywhere.
Yeah. She's got, oh my God, Granny, I didn't know that was underneath your clothes. Oh my God.
Like the full back thing, you know, like wings.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Oh God. I would love that. So, I think that's beautiful.
Let's go get one together. I didn't know you had a friend who was a tattoo artist.
Yes.
Let's do it. So yes, mansplaining. What is our conclusion? We don't like it.
No.
We are not dumb.
We don't understand it. We are not dumb.
We don't like you assuming
whether we know something.
Yes, we don't like you assuming that you have to explain the world to us. You know, we've been in it for as long as you have, or maybe longer sometimes, depends. So yeah, it's also, just a strange phenomenon.
Short side note on that, even if I'm right now I'm 26, even if I'm 26 and you're like 50 something or 70 something, please don't assume that I don't know how the world works. Like, yes, I am in your eyes maybe still a child, and I understand that, and I understand that you have a lot more experience. That doesn't mean that I don't know how the world works.
Yeah.
Right? I hate that. So many older men have mansplained stuff to me or talked down to me like I am a child. And I am here fully coping, well, halfway fully coping most of the time. Right? I do a lot.
Yeah, you cope with like a whole building of tenants and stuff like that. And while you're going to uni,
fully in the adult world,
while you're, you know, doing vocal coach stuff and singing and all that jazz.
Precisely. And then this podcast, beautiful podcast.
And then this podcast. Yeah. So obviously, it's just people assume but you do look very young.
I know,
but it's
I get that, but it's the assuming.
It's the assuming.
And it's also, if you talk to me for more than like 5 minutes, you will understand that I'm not a child. No. And I find it very, very arrogant. I find it very arrogant when people talk to me as if I knew nothing. I'd rather you assume I knew stuff and I would ask if I don't.
Yeah. Or like, oh, did you know about the da-da-da-da? And then if they say no, then you can explain it. But don't just assume that they don't know and start explaining off the bat. And then they're like, yeah, dude, I know. Because I know. It's so
Sometimes
funny.
They don't even stop when you say, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Why? Why?
So frustrating. Like, yeah, dude, I know.
God,
I actually started this conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still know.
Exactly.
And they just keep going.
Oh my God. Oh, just one tiny little thing. One tiny little thing to end on. I was walking somewhere here with a friend recently, and I was looking at this building, or these buildings. There were several of them, and they had the what's it called? The hallway corridor, kind of where you go up the stairs, into the different apartments. That's the staircase. There you go. The staircase from the outside. Words. Words are
Micah,
nice
a staircase is where.
Yes, tell me more, please. So the staircase was it didn't have proper windows. It had what we call Glasbausteine, so like glass bricks, basically.
Oh, yes.
It's a very common kind of old German thing. And at the very top, there was a little window which looked horrific. And like, I knew why the window was there. I understand why the window is there. I still looked at these buildings and told my friend, I was like, oh my God, why did they put that fucking ugly window up there? It just looks so shit. Like, it just doesn't make any sense stylistically, because it just like disrupts everything.
Wait, I have to say to the listeners first that you're doing architecture.
Yeah, sorry. I am currently
full
in my
disclosure.
second semester.
Yes.
So yeah, and he also studies architecture. So basically, I looked at it, I was like ranting about this, and he looked at me and he was like, well, it's so that, you can air out the stairwell. And I was like, yes, dude, thank you. I know. I literally turned around to him. I was like, yes, I know that. I'm not stupid.
It's still ugly.
That's not my point. Exactly. It's still ugly. And there could have been a better way. There should have been a better way. But no. Oh my God. I roasted him for that one though. I was like, this is not okay. I am not stupid. Please don't assume that I don't know things just because I'm not mentioning them because they're so fucking obvious.
Yes, exactly. But that's the thing though. With friends or people you kind of know, you could kind of say, you can get away with that. You can say, oh, yeah. I know, it's fine. I know. It's fine. Calm down. Yeah. Stop talking. But with strangers, you always like fall back into this kind of guilty feeling of, did I go too far? Was I impolite? Like we girls have been raised to just be nice all the time and smile. So then I never know, should I, because I'm offended. I'm not like waiting there to be offended. Sometimes I couldn't care less. But if they mansplain, I'm just like, should I point it out? If I don't, then they'll keep doing this with the rest of womankind for the rest of their lives. If nobody tells them they can't change. So should we say it? Should we not say it? I'm not sure.
We should say it. We should say it and just be the bitch, because we
such
are
a
such a bitch.
Let's just do that. Let's just be that. It's so much easier to just accept.
Also, I mean, it's not like we fucking care about what they think about us.
Exactly. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. I know, I'm always right. I don't know why you're still surprised about this.
It's because you're a woman. You're always
because
right.
I'm a woman. Yeah. On that note, that's all for today. So thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Unboxing Women. If you have ever had an experience you'd like to share with us, like mansplaining, etc., send us a DM or tag us in your post with the hashtag such a bitch, or send us an email, which we now have at
wait, I forgot the banner.
We have a banner. Yes,
I forgot
if you're watching on YouTube, we have a nice banner, so you don't even have to like write it down.
Oh, it's a ticker. Look at this. It's a ticker.
Watch it go by. People who are listening to the podcast are going to be so confused. Anyway, don't forget to drop us a like, because we're fucking hilarious, like on Instagram, or if you're listening, like on Spotify. My name is, I sound like such an American, like, oh my God. My name is Micah Rose, and I've been chatting with Danarex, and this is a weekly show, so make sure to tune back in next week, same time, same place. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.